Hey everyone, welcome to Blues Fans TV. I am Sophie Rose. Don't forget in the description before we start this video, you can still sign up for Football Manager using our link, so please do that. And if you want a discount off your Chelsea merchandise, you can follow the kit bag link in the description below also. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Quite a lot of action over the weekend, a lot of goals, but not for Chelsea. We had probably one of our biggest games so far against United. The reason I say that is I think because obviously United have been on a poor run of form. Defensively, we've been very poor at the back. Not just our back three or four, but our goalkeeper especially as well. So I was really thrilled to see Mendy getting a start in the Premier League. Yeah, really happy about that actually, and this is what that whole video is going to centre around. But yeah, huge game. United have also been on a run of defeats. They've had a really bad start to the season, if I do so myself. But you never know how they're going to turn up against us, and we haven't had the best run of form against United over the last couple of years, especially at Old Trafford. I've been up there quite a few times, and it's either ended in a pretty dull draw, as it did at the weekend, or we've just not produced 3 points. So I was a little bit nervous going into this one, especially when your weakest part of the field is the defence. That's always a worry. It's always a worry you're going to concede. But I think we have to look on the positives here, and we kept a clean sheet. Yes, we didn't offer anything up front, in my opinion. The only real chance that I can really put my foot on would be Pulisic, although I think that was deflected by Lindelof. But yeah, you know, not the best forward display, but a solid defensive display from us. And I think we really frustrated United at times. I think you see Ollie on the sidelines, and he's literally almost celebrating as if it's gone in, and then Mendy just produces this fantastic save. So this video is going to be 5 reasons why I believe Mendy should be our first choice Premier League goalkeeper. You can feel free to disagree with me, but I think that going forward this is the best option for us, and I'm just going to get into a few reasons why I now believe that he's proved to be the #1 choice just with his first game. So let's get into it then. In at #1, I'm going to put his attitude down. Now the only one real mistake that I can see from that game, the only really bad mistake would be when he passed the ball. I think it was Silva, wasn't it? And nearly kicked it in the back of his own net, and it went out for a corner. But straight away he was like, oh, sorry. And I think Kepa normally, from what I've seen, is just sort of just shrugs his head and whatever. And I think he acknowledged his mistake. He just told everyone, keep calm, sorry, that won't happen again. And I think throughout the entire game, he proved to be the complete opposite of that. I don't want to be too biased. Obviously, if that was Kepa, we'd all be going absolutely nuts. But Kepa has been with us a lot longer than Mendy has. And the price tag speaks for itself. So I think there's a lot of other factors in there as to why we would probably react differently for Kepa. Also, Kepa tends to multiply those sorts of passes, but yeah, that's the only real bad thing. But I think just his attitude in that, and he didn't give up, and he didn't get nervous. He got himself back into the game, and he made some absolutely insanely good saves, in my opinion. Saves that I think, had Kepa been on the field, even maybe Caballero for some of those, wouldn't have saved. So my second point is going to be the fantastic saves he made. If you look at the shot from Mata, for instance, that ball is coming in really fast, and it's got, I don't know if you can see, but because there's a lot of defenders in front, but it has a little bit of a curve on it. And sometimes those can be the hardest to save, because #1, the ball's got pace on it. And secondly, you're not really sure where it's going to go, if it's going to sort of slip through your fingers. And he knocked that out, and Mata, you can see him put his head up like this and just thinking, oh, he so thought that was a goal. So I thought that was an absolutely fantastic save. And then the Rashford save as well. Rashford literally throws his hand in the air. I think that more is not just frustration that he couldn't score, but the fact that they've been trying all game to try and put the ball in the back of the net, and then Mendy has just come out with these amazing saves that, fair enough, you might say there he has sort of a clear shot on it, but I think you've got to be quite alert to make a save like that. I think you've got to be able to read the game really well. I think you've got to be focused, which will go into my next point in a minute. And no matter what United did, they couldn't get past him, even if there was a mistake from our back three. Mendy seemed to have it covered, and that's what I really appreciated. And especially when, if you look at, actually, I'm going to go into the next point for that. I'm not even going to get into that then. We're going to go into the next point, #3, and that is how focused he was. I didn't see Mendy take his eye off the ball once. I think if you look at Kepa's performances, I've named them before. You look at the game against Liverpool when he passes the ball to Mane practically. That is all a complete lack of concentration, and just not having your mind in the game. I didn't see that from Mendy. I seen somebody who was completely focused, completely determined, wasn't thinking about anything else other than keeping a clean sheet for himself and the team, and that is exactly the sort of attitude that we need. And sort of the concentration level that we need and we expect from a Chelsea player. So yeah, I thought he was fantastic. Number 4, then I'm going to put down leadership. You might not agree with me totally here, but I think, especially if you look after the Rashford goal, he's going like this, come on, and he's, you know, giving his teammates high fives. I don't really see that from Kepa that often. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you need to show me a few clips of him doing that. But he was really like spurring the team on, saying, yes, we can do this. We can keep a clean sheet. If we haven't got anything going forward, we don't have to lose this game. And I think a lot of the times over this season, if we haven't had anything going forward, we've still not been able to prevent balls from going in the back of the net due to our goalkeeper. Yes, okay, fine. Our back 3 or 4 haven't been 10 out of 10s. But a lot of mistakes have come down to Kepa. And I think Mendy just, you know, giving everybody a bit of confidence at the back there, saying we can do this, saying that we don't need to give up, saying that even though it is a really tough game, and bear in mind, it's hard, I would have thought it's really hard for Mendy to come in and perform like that, considering it is such a huge game. You know, it's not like we're playing against one of the bottom 3. Although, hold on, Man United are pretty much down there, but I don't think it matters in this game. They're always going to be one of our main rivals, no matter where they are in the table. And I just thought Mendy really boosted the team morale, and I think that's something that we haven't had from a goalkeeper probably since Cech. And to even know that Cech's been brought back in from retirement as an emergency, I think just says a lot about how worried and panicked we are about the Kepa situation. And I think Mendy's really restored some faith in the team, and yeah, I'm just thrilled with how he's played. And in number 5, then, we kept a clean sheet. Finally, it's happened. I'm not saying Kepa's never kept a clean sheet, but I think we were all really pleasantly surprised. I think if I was to put money on that game, I would have said we would have absolutely conceded a few goals. I know Man United have had a really poor start to the season, but nevertheless, I think if Kepa is in goal, he does not make the save from Mata. He does not make the save from Rashford. I think even if you look at Cavani's chance, even though it's not going in and it's just wide of the post, Mendy is literally there covering that goalpost to make sure that nothing goes in. And he's got players in front of him. It can't be easy to see and read the ball that well. So I think all round, I think he put in a fantastic display. I think his attitude was spot on. I think his concentration levels are spot on. He kept a clean sheet. He made some amazing saves that frustrated United all over the pitch. And I'm sure Ollie is thinking, God, how did we not win that game? Because I think any other day, if we can't offer anything going forward, we are likely to concede goals at the back. So fantastic effort from Mendy, and I just wanted to praise him in this video because I thought he did a really good job on Saturday. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 reasons why I believe Mendy should be our first choice Premier League goalkeeper. You may disagree with me. You may say it's far too early to be making these assumptions. I just think that going forward this season, he is our best bet. I think Caballero has always been a solid second choice goalkeeper, but I'm not sure if he has what it takes to, you know, be that solid first team. I think not only has he been at the club a long time, I think if he was going to make that first team jump, he would have done it a long time ago anyway. And I still want Caballero to remain a Chelsea player, absolutely. I think he is a very good second choice goalkeeper, but I do think going forward, Mendy in, you know, every area of the pitch showed that he was better in just 90 minutes. Comment below, let me know what you think, and fingers crossed we are back to Champions League action this week, and we can start our campaign by getting a few goals.